don't think I'm online yet. Yo, how's it going, everybody? Hi, hi. Am I live yet? Well, let me figure that out. I'm gonna get myself some oils. Hi, guys. It's your big bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline. Thank you so much for joining. Join me today while we look at some videos. Going through the news, the bald girl news. There's not much interesting in the news today, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about bald girl news. Basically, I'm here just trying to restore this human hair wig. This is what a human hair blonde wig looks like, y'all. This right here, let me show it to you. This is what a blonde human hair wig looks like. That is mediocre quality. It's not poor quality, surprisingly. Some of you may look at this and say, this is not a quality wig. It is mediocre quality. And the reason why I say that is because I've had wigs that are worse quality than this. I did not buy it looking like this. Of course, when it's at the store, the wig looks fantastic. It's perfectly styled. They've straightened it. They've coated it with all kinds of silicones and it looks fantastic, but it does reveal itself and it doesn't take long. This wig is no exception. I'll show you a photo of what the wig looks like. When it's good, if I could find my phone. When it's good, the wig looks really good, actually. Let me see if I can find a photo. Here is a photo of me and my husband. Can y'all see it? In this wig. That's the wig. This photo was taken in Aruba on my most recent vacation. So yeah, that's what the wig looked like when it was new and fresh. I think this was probably day 3 of wearing it. Why does it look like that? Day 3 of wearing it. Oh, it looks like that because it went dark. This is probably day 3 of wearing it, and it held up okay. It wasn't terrible. I've had more terrible wigs than that I've actually spent more money on. This wig cost me just under $300. I know that I could get a better quality wig if I spend probably maybe just between $900 and $2,300. I could get a better quality wig, but there's always a gamble unless you go with a reputable company. The companies that I've been able to purchase wigs for $900 for, I get those online. Usually they're gently used and I get it from one particular seller. Other than that, I would go to John Renault because I know they make good quality human hair bleached wigs. They do a good job at bleaching the wigs. They don't damage it, so it usually doesn't look like this. I've never purchased a John Renault human hair blonde wig that looked this bad ever. So I would do it again. I just don't think I want to spend that kind of money because I've never really been that happy with the hairline on those John Renault pieces. There's always been some reason for me to fuss around with it, and I end up ruining it. So Julian Ramirez says 6'7". Hey, 6'7". How's it going, Julian Ramirez? So yeah, so I'm going to work on this wig so that I could try to get it to look halfway decent. I have a few other wigs. Just so you know, I just started to wash my wigs. I came back from vacation about a week and a half ago, and I've been really, really busy since. I haven't had time to wash the wigs. So on that vacation, I brought with me 6 wigs. 5 of them came back. One of them I'm going to throw in the trash right now because I just washed it and realized that it's pretty much finished and over and done with. It's a synthetic piece. I only spent about $45 on it. And Ant the Keeper YT. Ant the Keeper YT says, hi, Ant the Keeper YT. How's it going? Brian David says, hello, beautiful. Hope all is well. Much respect and success to you coming from Virginia with love. You look absolutely amazing. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Much love and success for you too, Brian Davis. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw this away. I'm definitely throwing this wig away because it's become too rigid to enjoy. In theory, I could make this wig last, but I don't think I would enjoy it. I would feel very self-conscious in it if I continue to wear it. And anyway, I got my money's worth. I spent about $45 for this wig. I wore it to the beach swimming. I actually was swimming in this wig. And if you look in my previous short video reels, you can see those where I talk about this particular wig. This is a sensational wig. And let me see if I can show you. what it looks like. Let me go back. We're going to look at this video too, because I want to talk about that one. Susan Jardine says 6'7". Wait, Julian Romero says 6'1". Susan says 6'7". Hi, Susan Jardine. 6'7". What is the trend? What is it? I know about the 6'7" trend. My kids talk about it, but I don't get it. And is it now like popular to get on somebody's live and just type numbers? Is that a thing? I don't know. Let me see if I can find that. Hang on. Okay, so this is this wig when it was brand new. So I'll show you what that looks like. And like I said, I only spent $45 on it. I feel like I've gotten my cost per wear. Serenity says, we left 6'7" in 2025. Hey, don't insult these people. They want to bring it in. They want to bring the 6'7" in. But what does it mean though? Like it means nothing, but for some reason it holds some sort of cultural significance because y'all can't stop saying 6'7". What about the number 6'9"? See, now I understand 6'9". I understand 6'9", but we're not going to go there, Bailey. We're not going to go there. Hang on. I'm going to play this quick video for you so you can see what the wig looked like when it was brand new. Brian says, they young. It's a Skrilla song, Zombie of Kensington. I heard it. I heard the 6'7" song. I just don't understand why it took off so much. That's the part. It's so random. Like, I don't think we live in a real world. Just really random things take off and for no rhyme or reason. I don't get it. Let's see. Okay, so this is
You're probably wondering why I need 3 of these such wigs.
Okay, so this is the wig when it was brand new.
My bald-headed, bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline, and I have a question for all of my wig girlies. How many wigs do you typically vacation with? Well, here I am on an 8-day cruise, and I brought with me 5 wigs. I know that sounds excessive.
Okay, I'm going to turn the volume off so you don't have to listen to it.
The first wig I carry never makes it into my bag. Why? Because I'm traveling in it.
If I can.
This particular trip required 18 hours of driving, followed by
Okay, so that's the wig, what it looks like when it's brand new. Here's I think somewhere in there, there's a little clip of me running in the ocean with it. There I am swimming in it. Little clip here or there. Yeah, I feel like I got my price, what is it, price per wear out of this wig. I don't need it anymore. I can't really enjoy it. It starts to clump up. I can't run my fingers through it. Would you guys keep this wig? Would you guys keep this wig? Serenity says, I'm snacking on goldfish and cakes. Must be nice. Must be nice. You know, I can't snack anymore. I can't snack anymore, Serenity. There's going to be a time in your life where snacking starts to add up to actual calories. Lucky for you, you haven't gotten there yet. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, so I don't think I can enjoy this wig anymore. I could theoretically, there's certain things I can do with it. I could wear it. It's wearable. I could try to do something, but we got to learn to try our best to be kind to ourselves. And I feel like if I wore this wig, I would not be being kind to myself because I know I would be uncomfortable in the wig. I know it's itchy against my skin. It does start to get itchy over time. When it was new, it was soft and nice. Now it's rigid. It doesn't move the way it should. But would you keep it? Brian Davis says, I'm not a creep, but sheesh, I was not looking at the hair. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that you found something besides the hair to look at. Because I have none. I don't have any hair. That's my story. But yeah, I think I'm not keeping that wig. I would like to know from you guys in the chats, if you wear wigs, would you hold on to this wig? Knowing what you know about wigs. I'm pretty sure that those of you who don't wear wigs would probably encourage me to keep it because it looks wearable enough. And that's because you probably don't know how uncomfortable a synthetic wig gets when it gets old. I mean, you should be able to put your hand through there, right? 845 Punch says, Hole! That was a surprise. What was a surprise, 845 Punch? Oh, me taking the wig off. Sorry. I do that so often that I don't even realize anymore how awkward it is for someone to see it. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. I washed a bunch of wigs, like I said. I have 2 human hair wigs, which were really hard for me to come by. And this is the one I'm gonna work on. I'm only gonna bother to work on it because I know that it can be brought back. I had another human hair wig that I spent way more on, by the way, than I did on this one. This one I spent only about just under $300 for. And then the one that I threw away, I spent like almost $600 on it. And I only wore it like 4 or 5 times. It was horrible. But I'm not going to punish myself by wearing bad hair. I'm just not doing that. Let me get some. Okay, I'm going to be using CHI Keratin Mist. Leave-in strengthening treatment. That's what I'll be using today to try to get this wig to look like something. This will be the second time that I'm washing this wig. Okay. All right, let me try to bring it back to some sort of life. I don't want to have to throw this wig away too. I'd rather keep it. It's like my only long human hair wig. Y'all, I love long hair. It's a curse because long wigs are hard to work with, but we like what we like. You know what I'm saying? I think it needs more something. I need my almond oil. I'm going to get my almond oil. Brian Davis says, you are perfect without the wig, mi amor. Such a treat for my eyes. I appreciate your beauty. It's all respect. Thank you. That's so nice. That really makes me feel good. And I bet you, if there's anybody else who's watching from the bald girl community, they appreciate that as well. Even though it wasn't directed to them, I know why they would appreciate hearing that. I'm just going to grab my almond oil. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, if I can find it. There it is. I like using almond oil because it's supposedly one of the lighter oils. I believe olive oil is quite light as well. But this one smells nice. I mean, it smells decent enough. It's called sweet almond oil. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from anywhere. So I'm going to use that in tandem with the CHI. So OU812 Jalisa, JLC. I don't know how to say your name. Anyway, this person asks, why did you throw the $600 one away? I'm so glad that you asked. All right. So you see what this looks like, right? This one right here. This is a human hair wig. And I just washed it and I let it air dry. And this is how it dries. It is not the best quality. It's mediocre quality. But I know what you get. I know what's out there. Like I said, this is just all a blonde wig is. All a human hair blonde wig is black hair that has been bleached. And typically when they bleach it, they damage it. So that $600 wig that you're asking me about, that wig was damaged so badly that I could not enjoy it. I tried and tried. I washed it. I gave it like Olaplex treatment. I don't know if you know what Olaplex is. Olaplex is like this treatment. It really works really well on hair that's damaged, but it couldn't even come back with that very expensive Olaplex. Olaplex is like a $40 bottle of this treatment that it's a big deal. I tried all sorts of things to try to bring it back. I even had my friend work on it and she was just like, well, I got it. It looks all right. And like within a couple of hours, it started to revert. It just wasn't a good wig. And it was causing me more stress than it was giving me pleasure. And why would I put something on my body that gives me stress? That's why I threw it away. It was driving me absolutely insane. And when I went to wash it last night, I gave it the Olaplex treatment, just like I did with this one and my other two human hair wigs. And when I went to rinse out the Olaplex, as soon as I put it in the basin and put the cold water on it, it just turned into this mat that I could not untangle. Like it was treacherous. I don't want any stress in my life, so I threw it away. I hope that answers your question. It was a very long-winded way to answer, but that's the reason. I just don't want the stress in my life, so I get rid of it. I just drop my comb. Hang on. But let's try to work on this a little bit. I want to get it back to looking like something. I don't want to keep buying hair. I mean, I'm going to keep buying hair. Y'all know my budget for wigs is about $240 a month. This month in January, I came in at like 160, so I'm doing really well. Only because I was able to find this wig and a few other shorter human hair wigs. I will definitely recommend that if you're wearing colored wigs, that you go for shorter styles, or you invest in a company that knows how to bleach wigs without damaging it. I don't want to spend that kind of money, though. I don't want to spend the $2,300 that they're asking, that these companies ask for these wigs. Yes, they are worth it for some, but for me, it's not. I've never loved a wig long enough to wear it. I'm going to tell you guys how I think the best way to wig is for someone who's never really worn wigs before. In case you're just joining me, I'm right now adding some almond oil to the hair. It's a very lightweight oil. It gives it the sheen and the flexibility that hair needs, because human hair wigs don't get the privilege of the natural oils that we have on our scalp that we create. If we had hair, I don't have any hair, so I don't create any. But you guys with hair, you know what I'm talking about. But we don't have that, and that's why it looks so dry. So you got to replace the oil. But as you can see, there's certain areas that are not damaged. Like look over here and you can see how nice and soft it is compared to the area that is damaged, which is rigid and very crunchy. Yeah, it's just like that. Maybe I can find a gently used John Renault human hair wig. I'm going to continue to look for one. I bought two in my lifetime, and I bought them both gently used from eBay, and I like them a lot, but I did fuss around with the hairline because the hairline, in my opinion, just didn't look realistic. And I found myself fussing with it and until I damaged it pretty much. So I can't really be trusted with a high-end human hair wig like that, because chances are I'm going to fuss with the hairline until it just falls apart. And somehow the budget brands seem to get the hairlines right. Like the hairline is right on this one, but the hair is terrible. Let me see. Brian says, I'm speechless. I'm just going to listen to you and look. Your voice is mesmerizing. My sincerest apologies for being rude, but I've never seen such beauty. I'll shut up. You're forgiven because it was a nice compliment. Thank you very much. All right. All right. So now that I've treated it with some almond oil, let's see what it looks like on. I'm going to have to glue this down to get it done right. All right, y'all ready to do this? Let's do this. I've been putting this off for a long time. Hang on. You see, the hairline is right on this one, but the high-end wigs that I've purchased, I'm never really pleased with the hairline. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. It's kind of like you have to choose. Do you want a great hairline or do you want quality hair? And there's really no choosing. In my opinion, the only way to choose is to just not spend so damn much so that you could replace it and try to get another better wig. I don't know. Like I said, I got this one for just under $300, so I'm okay with it. And it's better. Let me put some, now that I've oiled it, it looks better. I need to glue it down, though, so I can work with it. What did I do with my glue? Here it is. It was hiding under 5 wigs. All right, so I'm using the Gatsby TS8 T-She. You guys have difficult names today. You're making me feel illiterate. T-She says, hi. I want to say your whole name, but I can't say that. Malacone T-She. I don't know what that says. But hi. Hi right back at you, T-She. All right, now that I have it glued on, I'll be able to work with it much better. This stuff is really good. It's not what I would use if I was doing sports. If I was doing sports, I would actually use a glue that is not water soluble because the sweat won't make it separate from your skin. This one has some water solubility. It can withstand a lot, but not extreme sports at all. Not swimming. Not anything that's going to require you to sweat a lot. So there's that. And look, I'm noticing in the back here that it's a little crunchy already. I don't know if that's because I didn't hit it with the oil or if it's because it's just bad quality here. But I'm going to hit it with a little bit of more oil. I do need to take some more. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now I have big Diana Ross hair, which is great. I like big hair, but I am going to tame it because we can't wear it like this. In case you're curious to see what the back looks like, I will show you. This is what it looks like in the back. All right, let me try to do this quickly because I have dinner to cook. My daughter went out to eat to breakfast yesterday, and she brought back a doggy bag with some pancakes in it, and I threw them away because she said she didn't like it that much. And then today she went looking for her pancakes, and I'm like, well, I threw it away because you said you didn't like it, and she left it out. She told me she left it out because it wasn't cool, and she knew I would put it away. What she didn't know is I would throw it away. So now I have to make her favorite meal. So to make up for it. All right, so it's coming along okay. Hang on. I do like what it's doing. What do y'all think? Okay, so I'm going to straighten it with you guys, and that. All right, this is more oil. And then I'm going to go cook, and then later on tonight we can chat some more. But I did want to talk about this video that I saw. All right. Brian Davis said, I was trying to be quiet. I'm going to show you about this video. I want to talk about this video that I saw that hurt me. It actually hurt me. It was a good news video. It should not have hurt me. But as a girl who spent my whole life without hair and has sat in a lot of salon chairs hoping for, the perfect hair that would just solve all my problems, watching this video really hurt me. So I want to show it to you guys real quick. Hang on. Let me get it. Oops, sorry. I'm in the wrong space. There we go. Oh, I need to get rid of that. Stay with me, please. Stay with me. Okay, so this video, I would love for you guys. Is it in the audience? Do I have any wig people? Because if I don't have any wig people in this audience, I don't think any of you guys are really going to get it. But I am going to try to explain to you why it hurt me so badly. I lost my hair when I was only I was about 11 years old when my hair started to fall out. By the time I was 12 years old, I was in a wig. And I sat in a whole lot of salon chairs, specifically like hair salons that specialize in wigs for women with medical hair loss. These salons, I've never been pleased with the product that I buy from these salons. Not one time. I've always somehow ended up lying to the stylist by telling them I like it, because I realized there's nothing more that this stylist can do. And I feel like I just watched a woman lie to this particular salon owner that we're looking at right here about her hair. And I didn't like it because I know how you feel when you go home after spending sometimes $1,000 on a wig. And you don't even like it. $1,000 is a lot of money. I know there's going to be somebody out there like, oh, you don't have $1,000. I don't know. Y'all be flying out to all over the place and spending all kinds of money on your Chanel, whatever. $1,000 is a lot of money, especially because what a lot of new wig wearers do not know is that they're going to be spending a lot more than that. There's no such thing as one wig that you will wear for a whole year and you'll be happy in it. I haven't seen that in actuality ever. I've seen, like, there used to be a girl on YouTube who got one wig a year. And I'm going to be completely honest. I always looked at that wig and thought to myself, she could just get a synthetic wig and it would look better than that. I hope that she was happy. I hope that she was happy with the wig that she wore. I looked at it and it actually made me cringe. Here, I'm gonna run this tape for you. Brian, women helping each other needs to come back, says Rev Rebel. Yes. And there's really no money to be made by telling the truth, because the truth, there's no money in it. There's no money in it. I can't get a brand deal with a wig company because I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about that wig. I'm not going to pretend. I would never get on the internet as a woman who lost her hair as a 12-year-old girl and has been lied to repeatedly about magic wigs. I would never lie to one of my viewers and say, get this wig, it's great, if I know it's a piece of shit. I would never do that. Brian says, my mother used to get me to do weave for her when I was younger. You're a liar, Brian. You know how to do weave? Was it gluing or did you sew it in? Damn, I didn't train my son right. You know, there was a time I was doing gluing, like quick weaves. I was doing that for a time. And it was kind of fun. I might do that again, actually. But I don't like sleeping in my wigs. So that's the reason why I stopped doing it, because it made you have to sleep in it. Okay, I did say I was going to go ahead and run this tape, right? So let's run this tape. Let me stop chit-chatting.
Beauty is still pretty new to the Valley, but the business has been making a name for itself around the country for years. The pair behind
Can y'all hear it?
The Johnsons, have never wavered in their drive to provide. The host Beauty is still pretty new to the Valley, but the business has been making a name for itself around the country for years. The pair behind this pageant, the Johnsons, have never wavered in their drive to provide for people at their lowest moments.
You can only curl human hair. Synthetic hair, you cannot curl.
It always felt like just a dream.
Did y'all hear that? So, the newscaster introduces the salon owner. The first clip is a lie. The first clip. There she is telling this woman you can only curl a human hair wig. You cannot curl a synthetic hair wig. That is a lie. That is a lie. And I believe she told her that lie so that she could upsell her a more expensive human hair wig? What do y'all think? Brian Davis says, dead serious, it was glued in. Oh, you glued it in. I would love if you shared photos of your work, Brian Davis. I would love it. I'm in awe. Congratulations. And your mother's a very lucky lady to have had such a thoughtful son who put so much effort and care into his mother. That's nice. Okay, so like I was saying, this woman just lied within the first 2 seconds of this clip. I'm gonna play it again for you. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but it really hurt me viscerally. And the second I saw that first clip, I knew I was going to be very unhappy with this. And I don't want to down talk any salon owner. She's definitely filling a niche that needs to be filled. There's not enough hair salons that cater to women with medical hair loss. So I don't want to down talk her, but in every industry, there's frauds. And I don't want to call this lady a fraud either. I don't, but I want y'all to just watch the whole thing. I'll stay quiet and just replay it and let you watch the whole thing. And you tell me what you think, okay? Please, 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 please. Am I doing this wrong?
For years. Beauty is still pretty new to the Valley, but the business has been making a name for itself around the country for years. The pair behind this passion, the Johnsons, have never wavered in their drive to provide for people at their lowest moments.
You can only curl human hair. Synthetic hair, you cannot curl.
It always felt like just a dream for Haith Johnson.
But I will never forget it. I was working at a 3,000 square foot salon. I looked around and said, I don't want this salon. I'm 19 years old. This place was gigantuous to me. It just seemed like almost impossible.
Well, she and her husband Henry have made it possible. Decades of building La Hoste Beauty into a safe space for those in need.
Very pretty. Listen, I'm my head.
From veterans.
My husband's a vet. He served.
Did y'all see that wig, y'all? Did y'all see the wig that this woman was marveling at? I believe that this woman was lying to the shop owner and just saying it looks nice because she knew that she didn't have many other choices. Honestly, because that wig did not look nice. It didn't. And I can't imagine what she paid for it either. I would love to know that. Let me show you the wig again. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting, but I don't know. This one just hurt me viscerally.
I'm my head.
Beauty into a safe space for those in need.
Very pretty. Listen, I'm my head.
From veterans.
That does not look like her hair. Does it? Somebody else. Brian Davis says, I'm 42 now. I was 17, 18 when I was doing that. If I was your mama, I would have fought to keep you in the house. Like I would have been like, stay. I'll make it easy for you. You won't have to do anything around the house. Just do my hair. You probably did a really good job too. I'm sorry. I'm plugging in my curling iron. It's hard. Okay. Working with this one today. All right, so did y'all like the wig? Do you like this lady's wig? Do you think it looks natural on her? I don't. And I don't know what she was charged for the wig either after being told that lie that only human hair wigs can be curled, not synthetic ever.
Friends?
My husband's a vet. He served in the Gulf War. And when he came home, he just told me the different situations that women still needed wigs.
To those battling cancer.
Anytime women are diagnosed with any medical condition that causes major hair loss, we're there to be that answer for them, whether it's balding, shedding, or just a hug sometimes.
The Johnsons have gotten a lot of recognition for their work, including medals of honor from then Second Lady Karen Pence, even Walmart working to share their story and their products.
Before we knew it, we were in 1,000 Walmarts across the country, 35 states. That was mind-blowing to me. That's when I knew what we're doing, it really is.
Faced with closing during the pandemic, Walmart moved the Johnsons and La Hoste from the Motor City to the Las Vegas Valley, helping keep their dream of creating positive change in the world alive.
When we take this wig and put it on her head, because she's going bald, because she doesn't feel pretty, or because she's been in a domestic situation and now she's dealing with depression or whatever it's caused her to lose her hair. We're part of her success story now.
Kate says she also is working with survivors of human trafficking. It's an important cause to her that stems back to when she was kicked out of her family's home at 16 and had to live on the streets. She now views herself as a success story along with her business and wants to help others write their own success stories going forward.
Okay, so that's her story. What I got from that was this young 19-year-old graduated from cosmetology school, started working in a very large salon where she probably got swallowed up in the mix because it was so big that she was basically a nothing. So her husband came back from the military and told her, well, hey, why don't you start selling wigs to women with cancer patients? That's a way you can make lots of money. You know what I mean? And that's what she did. And I think that I don't think she does a fantastic job. I don't know, but I would hate to be the one sitting in her chair, because I found myself in that situation many times where I go to a very high-end salon. I spend, I don't know, like 45 minutes trying on wigs, trying to decide which one of their wigs I want. I try it on. The lady says, okay, would you like me to cut it for you? Once I cut it, once I customize it for you, you have to purchase it. And then I say, okay, fine. And then we sit down and they start to cut it. And right away I realize I don't like this wig. I don't like what she's doing with this wig. It doesn't look natural. It looks okay, I guess. I guess it looks okay if I turn my head like this, or if I move my hair like that, then it looks fine. And there's nothing more I can do. Like I could tell her, well, can you cut it a little, thin it out here, or try to, make the bangs, nose length, or whatever you tell it to do. And you walk out, if you saw that woman who said, oh, it's very beautiful, that poor little lady. She said, oh, it's beautiful. It looks just like my hair. I'm sure it doesn't look like her hair. Brian says, we got to take care of our creators. Beautiful melanated women are priority. Oh, yeah, you're speaking my language. Thank you, Brian Davis. Thank you so much. You've been really encouraging throughout this live stream, and I appreciate you. And then the thing is, you spend a lot of money. Y'all, I one time recently, I would say probably, I don't know if you call this recent, 10 years ago. That's not recent, is it? Maybe it was about 7 or 8 years ago. I went to a salon because I was sick and tired of constantly changing wigs. Y'all know I go through about 3 wigs per month. And there was a time where I was not okay with that. I just felt like it was completely wasteful. I felt like it was too much money. I was contributing to what do you call it? Like waste. Like I was just dumping so much hair in the trash. The wigs come packaged in so much paper. It was just like wearing a wig for a week or two and then tossing in the trash. It just feels extremely wasteful. And I was sick and tired of doing that. And I thought the answer would be to go to a high-end salon in Manhattan, down the road from New York, and have it, get something medical grade. And I got to that salon. I ended up buying 2 wigs, because you can never just have one wig. It's 100% absolutely necessary if you have a wig, if you wear wigs, to rotate your wigs. You do not want to put that much stress on one wig, right? So I figured, okay, I'm going to buy 2 wigs and that's it. I'm not going to have to buy another 2 wigs for at least another 6 months, because I'm realistic. Even though the guy at that salon straight up told me, oh, you'll be able to wear this wig for 1 to 2 years. I knew that was a lie. I know that there's no wig that will make me happy for 1 to 2 years of almost daily use. I just knew that. So I expected to get about 6 months out of the wig. I ended up spending $6,000, y'all. Julian is still saying 6,700. I ended up spending $6,000 on those 2 wigs. So the first wig was longer. That one was $4,000. And they gave me a deal for the second one, which was a little shorter. I had bought a bob. And that one was $3,000. No, I'm sorry, it was $2,000. So I spent $6,000 in one day on 2 wigs. And those wigs, I promise you, I think I wore them a total. The longer one was the one I originally wanted. The second bob was the one I was upsold, right? The longer one I wore probably for 1 month straight. And then the bob, I didn't like the bob at all. For some reason, I just could not get it to look natural. It would look nice for about 10 minutes. And then the second I walk away from the mirror and I catch myself in another mirror, it looks fake again. Have y'all ever experienced that? Well, that's what those wigs were doing. I tried and I tried and I tried with those wigs, and eventually I just sold them. I just got rid of them because I just couldn't get them to look right. Fortunately, I think I got like, I didn't sell it for a lot of money. I don't like to sell people headaches, so I think I only sold it for like $200. I spent $3,000 in a wig and sold it for $200 after 1 month of wear, only because I knew it was going to be somebody else's headache, but I would let them have the headache for $200. So earlier someone asked me why I threw away the $500 wig. That wig I couldn't even sell. It was so horrible. I couldn't even comb it. That's how horrible it was. And of course, they never look like that when they're fresh from the store. What is going on with this? Fresh out the store, they're loaded with silicones. They've been styled. They look great. They don't move. They sit on a mannequin. Then you get it home and you wear it for a few days and you realize this wig is nothing like what I expected it to be. And you're stuck trying to figure out what to do with a very expensive wig that you don't know what to do with. Have y'all ever been there? Guys, I hope that you've already liked the live. Please make sure that you like the live if you're watching. Share the live with somebody who you know might need it. And make sure that you're subscribed. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see my other lives. We do a lot of bald girl news here. So whenever there's something interesting in the news, like what we just talked about, I like to talk about it. There's nothing very pressing in the news right now, but sometimes it gets really juicy and interesting, and it's fun just to sit around with a bald girl, your big bald-headed sister, Action Jacqueline, that's me, and talk about bald girl stuff. No judgment here ever, but I do judge wigs. I judge wigs and I judge them hard, and I'm very honest about it. Okay, so this wig is coming along pretty nicely. I don't want to spend too much more time on it because I do have to cook dinner. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you subscribed and that you liked this live so that you can catch the next one when I have more time. We can talk. I like to do little late night parties where we just sit around and chat, talk about hair stuff, bald stuff, alopecia stuff, all kind of fun stuff, current news, everything. So make sure that you're subscribed. I love you very much. And thank you for hanging out with me. And Brian, you've been great. Everyone, you've been great. Julian Ramirez, even you with your 6'7s, you've been great. Rev Rebel, you've been great. T-She Po, you've been fantastic. Serenity, I hope you're still there. 08. Or 0812. Oh, is that how you say it? I don't know. You've been fantastic as well. I'm glad you asked that very important question. Why did I throw away the $600 wig? All right. Talk again soon. Peace.